No. The answer is no. You should not be ashamed to purchase vinyl records from Walmart. But why then do so many people feel the need to apologize for doing so? We will discuss on this episode, Talking About Records. My name is G.I. Sanders from NTX Vinyl, small chain of independent record shops in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. If you're not local, but you are in the U.S., you can shop online at ntxvinyl.com and would love it if you'd subscribe to our channel here on YouTube. Follow us across social media on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Let's talk about Walmart. It's been a couple years since I've done a Walmart video. Believe it or not, it's still a very hot topic within the vinyl community. Inevitably, when someone posts a photo of a Walmart record, you're going to get some trolling. There are going to be people who say, you should not shop at Walmart. Why would you buy records from Walmart? Walmart records are not any good. These are, by and large, false. They are misleading and mostly come from people who are uneducated. Because let's get the facts straight. First of all, the records that are sold at Walmart are by and large the exact same records that are sold everywhere else. The same ones sold on Amazon, the same ones sold on Target, the same ones sold at independent record shops all across the country, to some extent the world, just like my shop. They're all the same. The only difference is Walmart gets a unique color, maybe Target gets a unique color, and then they slap their sticker on the front. Walmart does not own a pressing plant. They are not in the business of pressing and manufacturing records. They simply resell the same product that everyone else does. You're saying, well, no, that's not true. Walmart's the only shop that has the exclusive color. Well, I get that, right? But the way that it works is that a record label cuts a deal with a big box like Walmart and says, hey, we're going to press, 10,000 copies of this album. If you will agree to pre-purchase 5,000 of them, then we'll give you the exclusive to be able to do it on just this specific color, and all of the others will be on black. That way there's an incentive for buyers to walk into a Walmart to get that exclusive color. But the same stampers, the same lacquers, everything in regards to how that record is manufactured, in most cases, is exactly the same. So knowing that, that's where it gets frustrating for me when I see people who are kind of ashamed that they bought something at Walmart, right? The records aren't any different other than maybe the color or sticker in most cases. And the reality is shopping comes down to a couple things. If you're a consumer, you're shopping based on convenience, you're shopping based on price, you're shopping based on quality for the most part. Let's talk about convenience. Well, for a lot of people, nothing is more convenient than a Walmart. And for a lot of people, it's the only option as far as buying records because they don't have a local record store. This isn't 1975. There are not record stores on every corner and in every shopping strip. So a lot of people have to depend on Walmart if they're going to buy records in the flesh. So as far as convenience is concerned, Walmart's kind of got the market corner there because there are Walmarts everywhere in every town, big and small. Not really a way for independent record stores to compete with that, and that's okay. That's not a big deal. Price, kind of the same thing. When you're buying in volume, like a Walmart does, you're going to be able to undercut most other suppliers, right? That being, independent record stores primarily. That can be frustrating, but it's just the reality of the game. Walmarts and Amazons and Targets, they sell everything at a better price because they're a big box store and they depend on moving volume versus moving smaller amounts of quantity like a smaller shop that sells anything, right? And then it comes down to quality, right? Well, like I mentioned, for the most part, quality is going to be the same. Now, I say this all the time, all records are not created equal. So even if a pressing plant is running off, 10 records, let's say, 9 of those may be perfect and 1 of them may have a defect. That's just the reality of a physical product getting manufactured in a factory by humans running machines, right? Nothing is ever perfect. You hope that quality control takes place, and it does. Hopefully quality control is getting better as more pressing plants mature and as more pressing plants come online and can help the entire industry catch up with the supply and demand issue that has been going on over the last couple of years. All I will say about quality is, most of what Walmart sells are the top titles. You're not going to find, really deep albums and artists at a Walmart. You're going to find top tier artists who sell a lot because they're looking to move volume. In those cases, that means those albums are the ones that have the most quantity. How many copies of the Beatles' Abbey Road do you think got pressed last year versus some obscure independent label pressing 1,000 copies or 500 copies of an artist, right? So it goes without saying that if you're pressing, 50,000 copies of this record, 1,000 records of this specific artist over here, which one do you think likelihood to have more issues with quality control? Well, with more volume, there's always going to be more issues. So that's all I really tell people, is that the likelihood of having a copy that isn't any good because of quality control, defects, errors, mishaps in the manufacturing process is a little more likely when you're getting it from a big box, just because they're purchasing in large volumes. Again, they're purchasing thousands and thousands of a certain title to distribute to all of their stores across the nation, right? So there's a little bit of a caveat there, but by and large, again, they're all the same records. And so with all that being said, it frustrates me when I see people who get trolled because they purchase something at Walmart. Or on the flip side, I see people who post it and, like I said, are kind of ashamed when they post this. Sorry, I know I should be shopping local, but couldn't resist this at Walmart. It's like, don't feel bad. There's no reason to feel bad. In most cases, an independent store can't even get that exclusive because, again, it's exclusive to Walmart. So you don't have the option to walk into my store or any record store and buy that version of that album because it's exclusive to Walmart. So you shouldn't really feel bad. I mean, the reality is, like, people are going to shop where they're going to shop. They've got a lot of options. People spread their money around. And I totally get that. I'm a consumer just like you are, and I shop all over the place. I do my best to try and support local businesses. I do my best to make the smart decisions in regards to where I spend my money. But when it comes down to it, like buying a record being manufactured and sold and bought, that is a great thing. And that's what Walmart is doing. They're helping make vinyl records a mainstream thing again. That is amazing for everybody, independent stores included. So I've said this before, and I have a feeling I'll probably be saying it again, but the fact that Walmart sells records, it's probably the best thing to happen to this industry in the last couple of years, honestly, because I cannot even imagine the number of new collectors who have started to collect and appreciate this hobby because they walked into a Walmart and they saw an album on the shelf and they thought, I did not even know records were being made anymore. This is incredible. I remember this from back in the day. Or you've got people walking into a Walmart and seeing a record and going, what is that? Is that a calendar? Oh no, there's actually music in this? Oh my God, this is amazing. I only thought this existed on my phone. There are people, younger generations, who are experiencing this for the first time. And the gateway for them to be able to do that is a Walmart, because they're in there shopping for groceries, they're in there with their family, they're browsing the electronics, they're looking through the magazines, and they stumble upon the records. And that's when it happens. That's when they realize that there is a physical format now that exists other than CDs that you have an option for. So I struggle with Walmart. I struggle with all of the big boxes because I'm an independent store owner. But the reality is I'm smart enough to know that it's good for the hobby. It's good for independent record stores that Walmart is selling records. And no, you should not be ashamed to shop there. My name is G.I. Sanders. This has been another episode of Talking About Records. Stick around the channel for some more content, and we'll see you again next time.